Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're diving into a genuinely fascinating concept that is completely rethinking how healthcare real estate is utilized. If you're a clinical owner, a med spa operator, or a healthcare entrepreneur, you already know that physical space is one of your absolute biggest overhead costs. But what if we could take that idle, empty clinic space and transform it into active, reliable revenue? Well, we're going to explore a technology-enabled care network called HomelyMD, and we'll be focusing specifically on a really brilliant model they've developed. It essentially acts as the Airbnb for clinics.
So ask yourself, what if your empty exam room could actually generate passive income? Seriously, think about it. If you walk down the hall of your clinic or med spa on any given Tuesday afternoon, chances are pretty high that there's an exam room sitting completely empty. You know the one. The lights are off, the door is closed, but you're still paying rent, utilities, and insurance on every single square foot of it. It's a massive pain point in the medical B2B space, and honestly, it's a problem that's largely gone unsolved. Well, until now.
Because let's face it, empty rooms literally equal wasted revenue. In today's highly competitive healthcare landscape, operational efficiency is absolutely everything. When you've credentialed providers out there desperately looking for professional spaces to treat their patients, and at the exact same time, you have clinic owners staring at empty rooms that are just draining their monthly budget, you've got a stark market inefficiency. It's a huge missed opportunity for both the owners holding the leases and the providers who desperately need the space.
To really understand this, let's look at the traditional practice model. If a skilled provider wants to open a traditional practice, they're facing prohibitive startup costs. We're talking anywhere from $100,000 to over $500,000. Plus, as an owner, you're constantly dealing with idle time. Contrast that with the HomelyMD practice model. It completely bypasses those massive barriers to entry. For the clinic owner, it means zero overhead to get started and the incredible ability to instantly monetize that inevitable downtime.
That really highlights how the current system is just fundamentally broken for everyone involved. I mean, we've got prohibitive startup costs, keeping incredibly talented providers from owning their work. We have clinics with idle rooms generating literally $0. We've got providers stuck in models where they only earn per visit, with zero scalable income streams. And on top of all that, we have deeply fragmented healthcare tools, EHRs, scheduling, and billing platforms that just do not talk to each other. So, how do we fix this whole shebang? Well, we introduce a framework you are already intimately familiar with, but applied to a completely new industry, the Airbnb for clinics. HomelyMD realized that the sharing economy doesn't just work for vacation homes and car rides. It's the exact solution needed for the massive gap in the medical real estate market. Now, to give you the full picture, HomelyMD actually envisions themselves as the Uber, Airbnb, Epic, and Shopify of healthcare, all rolled into one. It's a massive, fully integrated ecosystem. They offer at-home wellness services like Uber, private label pharmacy options like Shopify, and built-in EHR platforms like Epic. But for the purpose of our explainer today, we are keeping our focus laser sharp on that incredibly smart second pillar, the real estate sharing economy aspect. So let's define exactly what this means for you. The Airbnb for clinics is a model where clinics and med spas simply list their unused, idle space, and credentialed nurse practitioners, RNs, or PAs book those exact rooms by the hour. It is a perfectly adapted, short-term rental concept, custom-built for the medical B2B space. It creates truly passive income for the clinic owner with absolutely zero overhead required to start. Now, you might be wondering, okay, sounds great, but how do I actually execute this strategy in the real world without completely disrupting my day-to-day operations? Well, it's actually designed to be remarkably frictionless. Let's look at the practical mechanics of how clinic sharing works on their platform. It's honestly a super simple three-step process. Step 1, you list just 1 or 2 unused rooms on the HomelyMD marketplace. Step 2, highly skilled, fully credentialed NPs, RNs, or PAs browse the marketplace and book your space by the hour. Step 3, HomelyMD handles the entire backend, the booking, the scheduling integration, and the payments. Following this exact flow, a clinic can launch and start monetizing an empty exam room in just 30 to 45 days. Of course, for any marketplace to thrive, you need demand on the other side. And providers are absolutely eager to book your rooms because HomelyMD allows them to practice medicine on their own terms. They pay $0 upfront to join the network. And get this, HomelyMD actually provides the malpractice insurance and handles the compliance. So by listing your room, you're giving these eager, credentialed providers instant access to fully equipped clinic shifts that they otherwise just couldn't afford to build themselves. All right, let's shift gears and talk about everyone's favorite topic, the financial breakdown. Because while helping providers is a great mission, the financial advantages of this model are the real hook for clinic owners. If you're going to open your doors to outside providers, the math has to make absolutely perfect sense. And the most important number here, 0. The HomelyMD starter plan, which is what allows you to list your space, costs exactly $0 up front. There's no long-term contract to sign just to get started, and there's no monthly subscription fee hanging over your head just to list your room. It is a purely commission-based setup. This means there's literally zero financial risk for a clinic to list their space and just see what kind of demand exists in their local area. Now pair that $0 risk with this massive retention rate, 85 to 90%. That is exactly how much of the booking fee the clinic keeps. You're not handing over half your hard-earned revenue to some tech platform. You keep 85 to 90% of every single booking every single time. You're effectively taking a room that was generating $0 and turning it into a high-margin profit setter. Basically, you are keeping the lion's share of the revenue. While you take 85% or more, HomelyMD takes a small 10 to 15% commission fee per booking, and that just covers the platform maintenance, the booking logistics, and the payment processing. They only make money when your empty room makes money. Our sources confirm this exact alignment of incentives is a huge reason why this platform is scaling so incredibly fast. All right, we've looked at the problem, we've explored the solution, and the math definitely checks out. So let's transition to how you can actually take action, stop leaving money on the table, and get your clinic set up on the HomelyMD network today. Here is exactly what you need to do right now. To start monetizing your idle space, head straight to HomelyMD.com. If you've got specific questions you want answered first, just shoot them an email at info@HomelyMD.com. And if you're ready to skip the back and forth and jump right in, use the clinic admin link you see right there on your screen. That's portal.homelymd.com/signup/type=clinicadmin. That link will bypass the fluff and take you exactly where you need to go to sign up. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Are you ready to unlock the hidden value in your clinic? Think about it. You already pay for the real estate. You already own the equipment. Stop letting your valuable assets go to waste while credentialed providers right in your own city are actively looking for a place to practice. It is time to rethink your space. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I highly encourage you to go check out HomelyMD today.